Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know anything about what we're doing today, or where we are, or what is happening, or what's going on?
I believe we're going to go over what our schedule is getting into the New Testament, kind of, maybe.
Toward
the New Testament.
Yeah.
And following up on Enoch, maybe? Is that right?
We're going to do that First Enoch guy at some point. But not like right now.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
Okay, so we're carrying on, like what we have been doing is discussing our timeline of when events actually occurred. So remember, we were confused, like what happened when.
Yes.
And in doing that, we were also getting into some of the pseudepigrapha and apocrypha that fell during our timeline.
Sure.
And then in that you were like, oh, but when are we ever getting to the New Testament? This is old and I want new. And so you were like, tell me when we're getting there.
No, it was more about the amount of time it's going to take us to get there.
Yeah. And so we're just continuing on with that. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to speed up a little bit and summarize in large picture. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's what we're doing today.
Okay. Got it. Just for the record, guys, I never have any clue what we're doing before we even start because usually wife is finishing up research as we're starting the podcast. So I don't have any. That's why when we ask, I literally don't know. That's all.
Okay, but listen.
I'm listening.
I did start this last week, but then I stopped and then I finished today.
I know.
And so I don't know where I was going with that.
I was just explaining why I literally have no idea what we're doing. That's all.
But also,
it's not because I don't care.
No, but part of that too is because when we are reading from the Bible, I'm reading to you.
Yes.
So do you know what we're doing today is like, oh, we're reading this book of the Bible. So normally you would have some sense of what we're doing.
Sure.
But right now we're doing extra biblical items and summaries and
things and stuff. Right.
And whatnot and what have you.
Speaking of things, stuff, and whatnots, if you're not on Discord yet, you should go do that thing. Mm-hmm, and the stuff to do it is down in the comments. You should go do it right now.
Do the things.
Like click it and go there so that you can join us every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on Discord because it's fucking great.
It is pretty fucking great. I'm usually the butt of people's jokes. And
well, so am I.
Me more so because I'm the one making all the noise and being really obnoxious and stupid.
Just for the record also, if you show up at 10 o'clock, don't expect the podcast to start at 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, no. You're joining us to hang out at 10. And
for at least a half hour, probably more like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Just a warning, pre-warning before you show up.
Yeah. So if you're late to the party,
don't worry about it.
You've only missed hanging out with us.
Yeah.
It's not.
The podcast doesn't start in earnest until,
later.
Like 11.
What we're trying to say is that we've been doing this for over 5 years. We still don't have our shit together, and we have not yet become professionals.
If we had our shit together, we wouldn't be Sacrilegious Discourse.
That is a fact.
Right.
And also true.
Yes.
I would even go so far as to say it's fair and balanced. What?
Well, since that tagline means nothing to Fox, I guess we could usurp it. That's
exactly,
fine. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why I said it. It's more fair and balanced than anything I've ever seen before to say that we are unprofessional and do not have our shit together.
Okay. Well, speaking of not having our shit together, are you ready to do this?
Sure as fuck am.
Well, let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right, so we are getting back into our timeline.
Okay.
What the fuck happened in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And we talked about Apocrypha and pseudepigraphas. And that's all extracurricular, non-biblically canon. Well, some of it is kind of canon, but like not part of the Bible canon.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think a lot of it, well, I don't know. Like, everybody would have their own opinion about this, but definitely for me, a lot of it lends some extra understanding to some of the stories
of where they were coming from.
At least a different time frame. Like, it depends on how you look at this material, right? Mm-hmm. Because like the last one, the one that we read, the life of Adam and Eve, right, was written in the post-Christ time, right? So they were filling.
No, not post-Christ, pre-Christ.
They were writing about Christ.
I mean,
so it was written post-Christ. They were writing about pre-Christ, but there was maybe some of it that was written pre-Christ, but they definitely added shit after Christ. It
was written between the Old and New Testament time frame, that 400-year time frame.
Sure.
So, you're saying so during Christ's life is what you're saying,
and after his death, yeah, when like. Before the New Testament was created, for sure. Okay, I see what you're saying. But like... All right, I see what you're saying. I was having a hard time getting there. They were like completely filling gaps in the prophecy for... When we got to the prophecy part, yeah. Because prior to that, it was the life of Adam and Eve. And they were talking about Adam and Eve. No, absolutely. But they spent a large portion of the time filling prophecy gaps for Jesus Christ. Okay, I see what you're saying. So that's obviously written after Jesus Christ. Because they didn't have magic. No, that is true. That is true. I'm just saying. So it was definitely written after Jesus Christ. Sure. I have such a hard time with Jesus Christ because like the dude or like the magical biblically guy who's God, basically. Right. I'm going to hate reading the New Testament. I'm just telling you. Sure. Going to hate it so much. Yeah. So, but I'm also going to love hating it. So that's going to be fun. I already know from things that I've read that there are so many inconsistencies that it's just going to, like, if we pay enough attention, it's going to be really fun. Oh, we're going to hate it and we're going to love it and we're going to love hating it. I think I'm going to love it because, like, I really enjoy finding these things that are quote unquote wrong with the Bible because it just lends to the absurdity of it all, right? Like this is what we base all this shit on is this book that is so errant that it's ridiculous. Like it is so ridiculous in certain aspects of the story. And yet it holds so much sway in our society that we can hardly like it's just hard for me to wrap my brain around. Like, why do we not question these ideas the same way that we would question any other idea out there? Right. Do you believe in Bigfoot? Ha, that's funny. You know, like do you believe in walking on water? Ha, no, but somebody did that. No, they didn't though. Right. But they didn't. That's what I'm saying though. Like, why other than just tradition, for thousands of years.
Bigfoot, no, but walking on water, yes.
Right. So, like, if Bigfoot is a story for another 1,000 years, are we going to start, like, revering the fucker?
Oh my God. Please don't let me be a soul.
I mean,
like,
our friend would be one of the founding members of that church, I think.
He would.
So,
He would. We have a friend that does believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Like hardcore.
Yeah. The first church of Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always giving him shit. Like, I send him a link to, there's a recipe book for Sasquatch meals. Or like when you see, funny memes and stuff, I'm always sending him stuff like that.
Yeah.
He ignores me a lot. And I get that because I might be teasing or I might be mean-spirited. You just can't tell.
Yeah, I think that he mostly knows you're kidding.
I'm mostly kidding, but I'm also like, dude, come on, you're smarter than this. Like, we all have dumb things, but you got to be able to admit it's dumb. Like, everybody makes fun of me because I love reading Twilight or watching Hallmark movies, but I'm aware that those are dumb.
But I think that he's just adopted, Bigfoot as part of his identity. It's not like me. Okay, look, I will grant that maybe he believes in it entirely, right? Mm-hmm. But he doesn't make it a thing. And he's certainly a lot friendlier than like your really shitty Christians are. That
is true. And he doesn't try to convert us.
Right. No, there's no converting happening.
Which I do appreciate.
He just simply believes in Sasquatch, right?
Yeah.
And he's confident in his belief in Sasquatch. And he's happy to just exist with that. Yeah. Which I appreciate in a believer of anything.
Sure.
Be confident in your belief, but don't expect other people to believe it with you.
I'm not confident in anything, and that's because I don't know shit. I mean, seriously, I don't know shit about shit. All right, so here we go. We're going to continue on. Why are we reading some of the extracurricular activities portions?
Because there's babies running with grass blades, of course.
I mean, that baby was born.
Highlight for me.
Grass.
I can't stop talking about it.
I know.
I talk about that to everybody. I'm like, did you know? Did you know? Like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is a great story.
Yeah. That reminds me. I heard in a book I was listening to today, some girl was in charge of attacking boars in this like post-apocalyptic future. And she kind of hit it with her spear, and somebody was like, all right, Nimrod, like, way to go, great hunter. And I was like, oh, I got to remember this to tell my husband.
Nimrod got a call out.
He did. Yeah. And I was like, nice. Yeah.
Okay.
She was Nimrod, like
things we wouldn't know if we hadn't read the Bible.
Exactly. And I was really happy because I was like, I understood that reference. Because he said it to her in such a way that you knew he wasn't just calling her like, you Nimrod, you idiot. Yeah. He was like actually using the term correctly because he was complimenting her great hunting skills because Nimrod was the great hunter.
Yeah. Which shocked me to find out.
Right?
Because
for thousands of years, humanity has been using this wrong.
Not thousands. I think we discussed it in the last Discord that it was probably Bugs Bunny or not Bugs, but like Daffy Duck or something like that like caused people to start referring to
Looney
Nimrod.
Tunes.
It was Looney Tunes maybe that in our
changed
current
our
idea,
understanding.
Changed our understanding of what Nimrod means.
Since Christians don't read the Bible.
Well, obviously.
They wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So.
Obviously.
Yeah. So I blame them for our misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Of what Nimrod is.
Sure.
Yeah. So we also read them because even though they're non-canonical, they're useful for study because they kind of fill out the beliefs, hopes, and struggles of the people who lived during various times.
Yeah.
Like it gives you an idea of what they were going through. Like you can read stuff and see that, oh, they're talking about unification because their fears were disunification.
Right.
Their world is being torn apart. So the entire structure of the story is, we gotta get it together, man. Like the more hardcore that they go on the super glue, the more that you get that it's just tore up paper balls.
Well, and I think one of the most interesting things to me as like a slow progression throughout the Bible was the slow removal of women in any capacity of meaning anything in the Bible. Right. At first they were never a major part. Right. Like I'm not going to give the Bible that much credit, but they were not as unimportant
their roles
in the beginning than they were as they moved along.
Their roles were not like, women are equal or anything like that, but their roles were recognized as important. Like,
right.
Okay, so we're doing the heavy lifting and the leadership, and you guys are doing the heavy lifting of the home and the things that you do. You bear the children and do the things, and you're co-partners, even though you're like not the leadership or whatever.
And we get to, the life of Adam and Eve, which is written, some of it post Jesus Christ, right? And at that point, they're basically...
Everything is women's fault forever because they suck so much. They're just so dumb. And they just, oh my God, if only women just didn't exist.
Like they reframed it so hard to be shitty towards women. Yeah. And you can see a lot of that in the current church even, right?
Yeah.
Like, so this is why this kind of thing to me is very important because it's, it shows where their minds were at. It shows where everything was, what they were thinking, what the ideas in that society were at the time, and why maybe things still exist in that capacity, even though maybe in the Bible it doesn't say directly.
It doesn't.
We start understanding the ideas that permeated that society.
Exactly.
Right? So. Exactly.
I watched something by Josh Johnson recently, who is just like my favorite comedian and also one of the correspondents on The Daily Show now.
And we met him.
And we got to meet him. We went to one of his shows when he came through Dayton. Yeah. And he's a fantastic human being, a fantastic performer, a fantastic orator for our times. Yeah. Like I've been reading, okay, I will get to my point in a minute, but I've been reading all the comments and everybody's like, this is how I get my news now. Like once a week, I just get on here and he tells us what's happening. Sure. And like, I get that. I understand why. He's a great orator. Highly recommend. Anyway, he said something in one of his recent-ish posts on YouTube. Yeah. Where, like I said, once a week he posts one of his shows. So he's still doing stand-up comedy as he is now a writer and correspondent on The Daily Show.
And you should probably say that he has new material every time he does a show.
Every time he does a show, it's new. Yeah. Even when he's in the same city, he doesn't always do the same set from night to night. But his YouTube channel is once a week. It's a new set that he shares. Yeah. And it's always like 45 minutes to an hour long. It's just, he's so good. Very busy guy. Yeah. Anyway, one of the things that I heard him mention recently that really just struck home, he was talking about Bad Bunny is a rap artist who's going to be, he's from Puerto Rico. He's going to be at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Yeah. He's doing the halftime show, and how Republicans are fucking losing their shit. And because they thought it couldn't get worse than like the last several years, it's been all black artists. And they were like, surely we will get one of ours, quote unquote, like one of ours again. Like, surely we'll get a white artist back up in here. And then they were like, oh yeah, hold my beer. I'll take that bet. Like, not only are you now going to have a brown artist, but it's probably going to be all in Spanish. Ooh, feel the burn. Right? Like, and the point that he was getting at is how, as all of these Republicans are losing their fucking minds over this, he's like, it's amazing that you're saying that while you are going to be watching the Super Bowl with taco salsa, fucking Mexican food in your fucking lap. Yeah. And, when it was black artists, like, y'all love their music and their clothes, and y'all love stealing the culture from people, but you don't enjoy the people themselves. And that's fucked up. And so when we're talking about women in the Bible, it strikes me that that is part of the same thing. Men from the Bible and Christian men today, they like, oh, we hate women, you know, except for being allowed to fuck them of any age. Like, you know, as long as they got a hole, we'll fuck it.
Right.
Like,
but I think that most, you know, hate and most dislike of cultures stems from other groups that are in power not understanding
sure,
or not feeling comfortable around certain groups of people.
Sure.
Like that's really what it boils down to.
Sit at your own lunch table with your own kind
right.
of thing.
Yeah, they don't want to reach out and
right.
expand their world. You know, like that's not what they want to close off and shut down.
Well, yeah.
And that's very and I'm gonna even go so far as to say I think that it's a normal human reaction to things because
well, sure.
it's easier to close yourself off than it is to open yourself up.
I
right?
mean, you can walk into any lunchroom across America and you're going to see all the white kids at one table, all the black kids at another table, and all the Hispanic kids at another table. And then like all the other people who don't have enough to have a full table gathered together in one, we don't belong to any of those groups table.
Well, and look, I grew up in a school that was, it was a very small town and it was all white. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have, race to guide you, you're still going to break down amongst, groups of people. Like
sure.
There's the dorks and there's the sports and there's the
athletes,
the music.
Okay. So what we're talking about right now is the Breakfast Club breakdown.
Sure. No, absolutely.
Which is why that movie still holds sway.
We're always going to find ways to categorize people into, into groups that we can associate with or not. Mm-hmm. Like we either associate ourselves with them or not with them.
Sure.
Like we want to break people into groups naturally,
but so
that we can categorize ourselves.
We want the best of them without being forced to hang out with them or acknowledge that any of them is good.
Right.
Is basically the point that I was getting at.
Sure.
Josh Johnson was bringing up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't actually want to get to know people. You don't want to sit at their table, but you want their food and you want to then like call it yours. And you want their music and then you want to call it yours. And you want to fuck those girls, but you don't want them to like have any power or anything. Sure. Like you just want all the things without having to put in the work of actually like sitting at their table and hanging out with them.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, getting back to where we were, that's why we're adding in some of this extra biblical stuff so that we not only understand what we've read and what order we've read it in, but also have a deeper understanding of what was happening at the time.
Yeah.
And so we talked about how in Genesis chapters 1 through 11, that's considered the primeval history.
Yeah.
Because it's like prehistory.
Yeah.
And undated. And so oh,
come on. It's 6,000 years ago. You know that.
You need to stop right now. You need to stop. So we, as you mentioned, read the life of Adam and Eve, which is also referred to as the apocalypse of apocalypse of Mars. No, the apocalypse of Moses.
Yeah.
Because it's falsely attributed to him, which is what makes it pseudepigrapha and not just apocrypha.
Yeah.
And that story is supposed to occur right after Genesis chapter 3. And so then when we continue on, we get to Genesis chapter 5, and we then hit up the first book of Enoch.
Yeah.
And that was very interesting talking about it. We didn't actually read it. We just talked about it.
Right. Yeah. So don't think you've missed anything if you were expecting the book of Enoch, because
no,
we haven't done it.
Because it's super fucking long. There's 108 chapters broken down into 5 sections. And I think that at some point we are going to read the first part of it, the first book of the first Enoch.
Yeah.
Which is the book of Watchers. And that's where we talk about the angels and how they come down and fuck women, humans.
I am very curious about that.
And they make some Nephilims.
Yeah. Which
are giants.
The thing is, I could get lost in this for decades.
I know.
Like I could be here forever.
Yeah.
Like that's really,
That's the
honestly,
truth of it.
even once we move on to the New Testament, we're probably going to circle back to some of this because
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm so intrigued by all the sides. Like, there's so much.
The myths, the legends, the stories, the what? Angels fucked women?
There's
What?
more stories about biblical happenings that have been lost to obscurity than exist in the current, zeitgeist that we actually like in the current Bible, right? Like, so like the Bible has this selected, curated version of what Christianity is, right?
It's stuck there now because of the printing press. It'll never change.
Sure.
It's done.
But there's so much more surrounding it. And like, this is where I really appreciate like the Jewish version of how to go about your religion in a way, because they actually study it.
Yeah.
And they talk about it, and it's not like, and Christians will rail against this. They'll say that, well, we talk about it, we study it. Yeah, okay.
No,
but
you don't, though.
The daily Bible verses that you read and go to a study group about, it's all bullshit. It's curated for you to have a specific, like, you go in there with a preconceived idea of what you're discussing that day, and then you fucking discuss it. That's boring as shit. Why don't you actually read something meaningful about your religion and then have a discussion that actually challenges your ideas instead of just confirming the same thoughts that you've always had about it?
Right.
Like, that is what blows me away. How can you have this firm, set belief about something so important to you, the afterlife, where all your dead relatives go, where your fucking dog goes, all this shit that people attribute to this God, and yet you are unwilling to challenge your belief?
Well, it's the easiest way to do religion. I'm passionate about this, but I don't have to actually do any work to learn anything about it.
Yeah.
So it's the laziest way to be.
It's the keep it simple, stupid version of the fucking of religion, basically.
Because I'm so interested in learning that anytime I even stumble across something vaguely, mildly interesting, I have to learn everything about it. And
yeah,
if I'm passionate about it, like, I have been passionate about writing since like elementary school. So I can tell you just about everything that there is to know about writing. And I'm still always learning more because I'm passionate about it. I don't understand having passion and being done learning about it. That does not make any fucking sense.
Right. And I feel like a lot of this is discouraged by actual churches, because I think what creates a lot of atheists and a lot of secularists
is reading the Bible,
is questioning the Bible, and I don't think it does churches any favors by ignoring this stuff, right? Because if you were more versed in what you actually are pitching, you might be able to respond to some of this to people in a way that doesn't have them go, oh, you don't know fuck about this shit.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you can talk to most pastors or whatever, and they don't know shit about what they're talking about. Yeah. They know what they know. They know what they've been taught, but they don't know anything beyond that. And they don't actually have answers. Well, they just have the prescribed answers to the things that they study. The
script is don't ask questions, trust blindly, and it's not for you to know.
Right. Yeah. And those are literal words that pastors and people will say to their parishioners. Yeah. It's not for you to know. It's not, it's in God's hand. It's, these are phrases that exist in our world because people don't want to explore their religion. Right. And it just blows me away.
It's so weird to me. I can't imagine not wanting to learn more about something that important.
Like, if I love something, I want to learn everything I can about that fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know. But it's just like, I
don't get it.
Fathom. Like, if you love something, you want to know everything about it. And they discourage, this is why there are atheists. This is why there are ex-Christians, because they encourage you to not explore this love of this thing that you're supposed to love. Right. Like, wow, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And not only that, it also explains why atheists often feel like they know more about religion or Christianity in
I think
particular.
there's studies that say that we literally do.
Right.
So,
and that's why.
yeah.
Because we're either coming out of, not me and you, but in general, atheists are either coming out of religion from having been harmed by it or having learned too much to any longer believe in it.
Yeah.
And so they've learned enough that they're out, they're done. Or they're like me and you and never grew up in it in the first place and don't know shit about it. And I wouldn't say we're passionate about learning about religion. I would say we're passionate about we're passionate about wanting to fix what we don't know. We don't like not knowing stuff.
I would say this is more like this whole adventure that we're doing, this reading of the Bible, for me, is more about politics than it is about religion.
Politics and history, which politics is history.
And that's just my personal take. That's my personal course that I'm taking here, is that this is about how Christianity has affected my life and our country's life and the world, like in general. That is why I am passionate about what we're doing, is because of how prevalent this idea has become in our society and how it has been used to blind people to things that are going on. Yeah. Like there is so much nefarious bullshit
weaponized
behind
Christianity.
What Christianity is, that and you aren't allowed to question it because you've never been allowed to question it. Right. It's built into, like, it's the perfect tool for someone who wants to take someone's brain and just fuck them. Right. Because you've never been allowed to question it. And now they're like, oh, we're going to do all these things over here like this. And we're going to say this is based on religion, and you shan't question it because you aren't allowed to question religion. You aren't allowed to question these things because God, of course. Right. Yeah. And that's what bothers me. Sure. Sorry, that I know. Rant.
I mean,
rant done.
It's nothing we have not discussed before.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So as we talked about Genesis, we got into First Enoch, and First Enoch took place early Genesis. Like it took place. Is supposed to have been like right around chapter 3.
Sure. If I recall correctly, the Nephilim were down there fucking women on Earth before the flood.
Yes. So, the events are set before the flood. Right. That is correct. Yeah. So it takes place during the time leading up to Noah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So there were the 5 different sections of Enoch, and
shouldn't say the Nephilim were the babies of the angels and the
angels
women.
And women.
So the angels were having sex with the women, creating the Nephilim.
Yes.
Pre-flood.
Who
Sorry,
are giants.
I said that wrong the first time.
Sorry. No, you did. You're right. Yeah. The Nephilim are the giants.
The Nephilim are the giants who are angel/humans.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And may have caught a ride on the side.
Possibly.
One of which may have been Og.
Yeah. And Og.
Og of Bashan.
We love Og.
I love Og. I really I want to know everything about Og.
I think Og deserves like a mini series.
I think Netflix needs to have a mini series.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
Og in the brass bed.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. No, but I was going to say, we have been watching this show on Netflix called Nobody Wants This. And it's about a kind of agnostic-ish, atheist-ish podcaster. Yeah. Who's basically like your basic hot fuck girl. I mean, right. You know, she just is. Yeah. Let's not lie. Who ends up in a relationship with a Jewish rabbi. And the show is really smart. It's very delightful. It's well written. There's 2 seasons available on Netflix. And we've learned a lot of Jewish customs by watching. Like, sure. I just thought it was interesting, like...
No, it's interesting watching because you get to see them actually, like, they're practicing...
Like, modern-day practice.
The things, and it's kind of cool just to see how it translates to...
Daily life.
Yeah.
Modern life.
Right.
Yeah. And it's interesting because, you know, he all his life has wanted to be, like, the rabbi of a church.
Right.
Like head rabbi, boss god guy.
Yeah.
I don't know the term, but head rabbi guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's already a rabbi. He wants to be the head rabbi, whatever that guy is called.
Right.
And so as their relationship is getting serious, he's kind of understanding that if he wants to be with this girl, she's going to need to convert.
Right.
If he wants to be the head rabbi guy. He can still be like any old rabbi, but if he wants to be the rabbi,
right,
she's going to need to convert. And so she's like, I don't know shit about religion and particularly Judaism. So like you're watching her learn about Judaism. And so you're kind of learning modern day stuff. It's just kind of interesting.
I got to be honest. I only watched the show for his brother, Sasha.
Sasha's hilarious.
Yeah. I don't even know his name. I know the brother's name.
Yeah.
I can't tell you
his name is Noah.
Noah, that's right. Yeah.
And he's adorable. He's really cute. She's cute. They're cute together. But no, his brother Sasha is the best character on the show because it's really interesting because he was born Jewish, right? So like he never even had to think about it.
Right.
But honestly, he's like the least Jewish character. Like he's just Jewish by stint of birth.
Right.
And that's kind of what the show is about. Like all these different people approaching Judaism from different perspectives.
Sure.
Being born into it, converting to it.
Well, and the opposite, because she's coming from being a secular person, and like, so they're just two worlds merging. And her sister also is coming from that kind of side of things too. Yeah. Yeah. So I enjoy it.
It's a fun show. And the episodes are really short, so that's why I recommend it.
They are really short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could binge 2 seasons in like one weekend and not even feel guilty about it.
And it draws you right through it.
It really does.
You're like, oh, I got to see the next one.
Yep. You're trying to downplay it and act like you didn't love it, but you did love it.
It's a great. It's not like a deep think show. It's just a fun show.
But we've talked a lot because of what we're reading, and that's why I'm bringing it up. Sure. Because it's relevant to what we're doing. And it's also, I think, relevant in this time, like a show like that's any other religion. Yeah. I don't know would get the same reaction right now. Right. You certainly couldn't put you need to convert to Christianity or we can't be together. That would have an entirely different implication. Yeah. We've talked about that too, how interesting it is that it's accepted because it's Judaism. And that's just the way it is. That if they're going to be together, if they're going to have kids, she needs to convert or his children will not be Jewish, period. Right. And that's just more of where do women stand? Well, in this particular case, they hold a lot of the power. Right. So, anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there as an extra if you're interested.
That concludes our Netflix
plug. I mean, I would love if Netflix wanted to like advertise because...
I'd love it if anybody wanted to advertise. Yeah. That we actually agreed with their stances on politics.
Yeah, so. Maybe I take that back because I don't always agree with Netflix.
No, I pulled all of our advertising because of... I don't know who's... I can't control who's advertising on our podcast. Yeah. And I don't ever want to...
accidentally support... something or take blood money from somebody who is shit-tastic.
You know what? We decided a long time ago that we're going to cuss and be fine with it. And we don't care about the monetization on YouTube or anything like that. We want to say what we want to say.
Well, we wanted to be able to say what we want to say. That was how we started. But more than that, we also don't want to inadvertently support or take money from somebody that is not just somebody we don't like, but is antithetical to everything that we stand for. Yeah. Trump. Yeah, Trump. any company out there who is anti-trans, anti-LGBTQ, anti-feminism, anti-Black Lives Matter, anti-science, anti-vaccines, like everything out there. We don't want that to just even a little bit be something that pops up in our feed.
Right.
Which I'm really proud of us for doing, because I've watched some YouTube videos, and like we subscribe so that we don't have ads, but sometimes I'll read the comments and people will be like, it's really funny that you were talking about XYZ topic and then right in the middle an ad for, and then something that's exactly the opposite of what they said popped up.
Yeah.
And like, I don't have that since I don't see the ads, but it just makes me think about our podcast and how that could be a thing.
Sure.
You know?
No, I remember hearing, like, I would listen to the Damage Report by John Iadarola, or John, did I say that right?
Yeah, John Iadarola.
Sometimes. And sometimes I would hear like Republican ads on there. And
yeah.
I'm like,
and if he knew that, he would like be so mad. So
yeah, right. So I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
They're literally trying to like take people and convince them to stop being Democrats. Like,
yeah.
This is
in
crap.
the middle of a Democrat-led podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So fuck off with that bullshit.
Right.
All right. So we're still in Genesis here in our little history of what we've read. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we get into Second Enoch, and I'm just going to talk about that a little bit. Okay. It's pseudepigrapha.
Okay.
So it is attributed falsely to, I believe, to Moses still again more.
Even though they're writing about like times after Moses? Because
Sure.
okay.
Why not?
Because he prophesized everything that would happen.
No. Wait. No, we haven't actually we're still in Genesis. We haven't actually reached Moses.
No, I know, but Moses died as they went into the land of milk and honey, Israel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, but like the angels were fucking humans like right before Noah, which is after Moses. So
no, we haven't reached Moses yet.
Oh no, you're right. Okay.
We're not in Exodus
I
yet.
apologize.
Yeah.
My brain had everything. I'm sorry.
No, sometimes I get the names Noah and Moses mixed up.
I completely fucked up there.
No, you did. And that's okay, because this time I actually knew what I was talking about.
Right.
So I held you back. I pulled you back from that cliff.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. So it's falsely attributed, much like the first one, to Moses. And clearly he did not write either of them.
Right.
Because they were both written during that 400-year period between the end of the Old Testament and the beginning of the New Testament.
Right.
And this one is also referred to as the Slavonic Book of Enoch, or the Book of the Secrets of Enoch.
Okay.
So it's got like lots of names out here, okay?
Sure.
It was originally written in Greek, but survives only in Old Church Slavonic translations. Okay?
Okay. So I'm going to need to pull out our Google Translate for that one?
I'm almost positive I can find a translation that we can read. Yeah. When we ever get around to actually reading it. For now, I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit.
Sure.
It was originally written in Greek, blah, blah, blah. Most scholars place it around the 1st century CE, so current era.
Yeah.
Possibly just before or just after the destruction of the Jerusalem temple in 70 CE, current era.
All right.
So it's a later elaboration on Enoch's journeys, and it's often treated as happening just before the flood or like overlapping with early Genesis figures.
Okay.
So we're supposed to believe that this was like something that, happened like when all those Genesis guys were running around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has 73 total chapters.
I just wonder if there was like a Bible comic book store where people are like, hey, what's the new stories coming out this week?
Oh my gosh.
What's been written lately? Does Enoch have a new story out? Like, what's going on?
I mean, if you, okay, have you heard about the Bible comics? They suck. And have you heard about like the Christians that are like, we're going to make this movie? They suck. They always suck.
Sure. Yeah.
Every time they suck. Like, it's like the right can't meme.
Yeah.
It's because they also can't do analogies, and they also they don't get satire. They don't get irony. They just
also we got a correction from the Discord.
Oh, okay.
It's common era, not current era.
It is common era. You're right. I always say current era.
Thank you, Fern. I think there's 2 Ferns, so I'm not sure.
It was either Fern or Brady. And this is why you join the Discord, so that you can like correct us in live time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, because I will always fuck shit up. I appreciate being told that it is common era. I guarantee you I will fuck that up again and say current era, because in my head that just makes sense.
Sure. No, I got you.
So feel free to continue correcting me on that one. Like, no, that's not me being an asshole and saying, I'm going to keep saying it that way because I want to. That's me knowing me and saying, I know I'm going to fuck that up again.
Right.
So continue calling me out on that.
Yeah.
So the second Enoch is a later elaboration on Enoch's journeys. And it's often treated as happening just before the flood or overlapping with early Genesis figures. So,
Okay.
He's running around with all them guys.
Yeah.
Okay. 73 chapters, like you said, a total comic book. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's divided into two main sections. So the majority of the book, chapters 1 through 68.
Maybe they had like a Bible con.
You keep knocking me off my course. I do not want to go to a Bible con. I saw some videos about these atheists that went to visit the quote unquote ARC experience, which is down in Kentucky. So not too far from us. And it's almost a
like
crime.
An hour.
Yeah. It's almost a crime that we haven't gone. But I have to tell you, like, as I was watching, I was like, I was freezing up. Like my whole body is just like cringing and rolling into this tight ball of anxiety. Like, I do not want to go. I'll be so angry. I won't be able to shut the fuck up. I won't be able to bite my tongue.
Right.
I don't want to give them any money. Yeah. I don't want to support them. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be wrapped. Like, I will actually be inside a structure of Christian stupidity. And I just cannot do it. So I know we keep talking about doing this. You're going to have to do it without me, I think. Yeah. I'll stand from the outside and you report. Oh, that's how we do it?
Yeah.
Normally, I'm reporting to you.
Right.
When we do this field trip, you will have to be reporting to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
I could do a whole video walkthrough with you.
Okay.
And then you could we could record it.
Okay.
And then you could comment as, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to have earpieces so they can't hear your comments.
Right. Because they'll be so bad. That's the better way to do it, because I'm telling you, I get cringe just watching other people's videos about it. And I can't watch the videos. I have to turn them off.
Yeah.
They just make me so angry. So,
right.
Ugh. All right. So the majority of the second Enoch, chapters 1 through 68, which, remember, I said it's only 73 chapters.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the majority of the book is Enoch's ascent through the 10 heavens. Oh, you know, the 10.
Okay.
You know, there's 10 heavens.
Right.
Where he witnesses cosmic secrets and divine judgment.
I see. That sounds really boring.
It does. Yeah. It does.
I just really want to hear about the angels fucking people.
The angel fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know how eager were these ladies? Were they lining up to fuck an angel? And I'm here to tell you, if I saw an angel, I might be like, I might try that.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, right. Let's say you saw an angel, like a lady angel. Wouldn't you be tempted? Like, okay. I think we get a pass.
I'd wonder who laced my drinks with like LSD, but you know.
But let's say that like you had this magical experience and this lady angel
LSD, yeah,
just pops down and is like, okay, I'm an angel, and you like were convinced that this is like a heavenly experience.
Sure.
You get a hall pass from me. Honestly, I want to know all about it, but you get a hall pass. Because angel. You
wouldn't have me committed immediately?
I would want to hear all about it so that I could then determine if I should have you committed. I mean, obviously, I grant you the same, like in reverse. I would tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so curious. Where do the wings go?
Got it.
Like, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, witnesses, cosmic secrets, divine judgment. So yeah, boring. But then the rest, like the last 4 chapters of Second Enoch, are Enoch's instructions to his children and a detailed account of his final days.
This sounds way too much like
Bible.
Yeah, right?
I'm like,
is he going to describe what pain is?
Pain. I mean, we just need to get that meme of Dakota Fanning from Twilight. Pain. Oh my God, you're looking at me like I'm nuts. I literally, every time this comes up, I tell you what it is.
No, it's from Twilight. It's fine. I don't care, honestly.
Well, in Twilight, she is Jane, and she has the power to cause pain in people, except for the wonderful magical Bella, who can be harmed by none because she's just so fucking awesome with her Mary Sue skills.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So there's a meme of Dakota Fanning going,
I see
pain.
it. I see it. It's been shared.
More than once.
It's been shared just now.
More than once, probably.
No, just once.
Well.
Just now.
Anyway, it's great. And it always makes me laugh. So anyway, fuck Enoch, but not literally, because he's such a dull person.
Right, but somebody did, obviously.
Maybe, I don't know.
He's talking to his kids, so.
So, like First Enoch, the story begins before the flood in the generation of Enoch, and the visions extend forward into cosmic history. So, like, they start here, but go forward. Remember in First Enoch, there was that whole section where, as you were alluding to, they talk about like the Jesus Christ to come, like it goes forward and like does prophecy stuff. This does too. This does that too.
Got it.
Into cosmic history, including the final judgment and the renewal of the world. So it goes even further than First Enoch.
Sure.
Okay, and I'm like, nope, pass. I wouldn't mind doing a highlights, but
maybe
I don't need I don't need to read it or any parts of it.
We'll just stick to the angels, and
it can stay Slavonic. So then we finally get to the fucking patriarchs in Genesis chapters 12 through 50, the rest of the book of Genesis. We're at the patriarchal period. Okay. And this is the first time when we're like, oh shit, we're in some dated history. Okay. Hypothetically, pretend. Okay.
Sure.
This is from 2100 to 1800 BCE. Okay. So this whole huge swath of time when we're like, this is when supposedly the greater portion of Genesis is supposed to have taken place. Okay.
So really?
Yeah.
So like the flood hypothetically only happened like 2,000 years before, no,
we've passed that now. We've passed that now. That was in the primordial undated period.
Got it. Okay.
Like we passed the angel fucking, and we passed the Noah's Ark and all his kids and stuff. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. That was primordial. Okay. Now we're in the dated period. The patriarchal. This is when we get the patriarchs.
Got it.
Okay, that's what they're referred to as.
Okay.
The descendant Abraham journeys from his home into the God-given land of Canaan, where he dwells as a sojourner, as does his son Isaac and his grandson Jacob. And they're the ones that was like, I'm gonna chop off your wiener or kill you, because God told me to kill you, and then God was like, oh, you're such a good boy. Okay, you don't have to kill him. That's cool.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And then Jacob's name is changed to Israel. And through the agency of his son Joseph, the children of Israel descend into Egypt during famine. Do you remember that? That was like the story of Joseph and the Technicolor coat.
Yeah.
And the musical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. So good. And oh my God, the guy that played Joseph, so hot. So hot. Like, highly recommend just to see him without his shirt on.
Oh my God.
And when he's singing in jail, it's so good. He's such a great singer. I forgot his name.
Donny Osmond.
Yes, Donny Osmond. Thank you. He was so hot in that movie, and he was such a good singer. And I don't even like religious stuff, but that was a good movie. Remember when I made you watch it and you were like, oh, okay, that didn't suck.
Right.
And you wanted to think that it was going to suck because it's a God story. It has to suck.
Right.
So his brothers like sold him into slavery and then pushed him down a well or whatever. And then so he became like the
Actually,
pharaoh.
They pushed him down the well first and then they sold him into slavery.
Whatever. Doesn't matter to
I'm
me.
just saying.
I don't really care because it didn't really fucking happen.
Right. No, obviously.
Because the whole story of Jacob / Israel and his sons is actually about all of the tribes. They're not real people. They're tribes.
Sure.
So it's silly. Anyway, Joseph and the children of Israel descend into Egypt during famine, and that's how they get into Egypt. So I just find it so funny. Like, I didn't put this all together in my head that they go into Egypt and one of them becomes like Pharaoh's right-hand man. And then they're like, oh no, several centuries later or whatever, I guess, they're like in slavery. And then they're like, oh shit, we got to get out now. Like, they go in and then they got to go out.
Yeah.
Like, this is so weird to me.
It was probably like some, Trumpish type leader that was like, fuck the, Jewish people and we're going to make them all slaves now.
Right.
At some point.
The Pharaoh.
Right. We missed that whole story. But,
Yeah. So 70 people in all with all of their households and their wives, their kids, their slaves, because let's not pretend they didn't have slaves.
Right.
They all descend unto Egypt.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
And Joseph is like, yeah, cool. And also I'm your brother. And, they were like, oh shit, my bad.
Right.
And
sorry about, trying to kill you.
But except that they didn't like ever apologize, which I really resent.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that whole story part, because what happened was they never apologized to Joseph directly, but Joseph was moved by how much they were like, they were willing to sacrifice themselves for the youngest brother, Benjamin.
Right.
And so he's like, well, y'all are
It was a redemption through other family, basically.
Yeah, you guys were really fucked up to me. You really were You tried to kill me. You sold me into slavery when, like, that was too hard.
Yeah.
Because, you're fucking pussies or whatever. And, I don't know, whatever. He's like, so you guys are still bullies and assholes, but fine. You were decent toward Benjamin, and we all love Benjamin.
Yeah.
Because he was just a cutie little baby boy.
Sure.
He's, how the youngest is always the one that everybody loves.
Obviously. Yeah.
Anyways, so, yeah, so he's like, I guess you guys can stay. It's cool. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so they all stay there then. And then Genesis ends with Israel in Egypt, ready for the coming of Moses and the Exodus. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you would think we would move on out of Genesis from there and move into Exodus, right?
But we don't.
But we don't.
Right.
Because Job takes place during Genesis.
Sure.
Even though in the book, I read the book. In the book, Job comes way later in the book. Okay? He's not even in the fucking Pentateuch.
Yeah, no.
He's not even in, like, the first 3 books after the Pentateuch are Joshua, Judges, Ruth.
I think we covered this way back when we were doing the Pentateuch, but it's actually like, I think it's supposed to be pronounced like Pentateuch.
It is. Like
there's like you got to say it with some like spit coming out.
Yeah,
of
they
your
kind
mouth,
of
like,
talk about how white girls can't say challah, and they just say
in the show.
challah.
You're talking about in the show we're watching.
Nobody wants this.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I always call it white. What would I say?
You always call it How I Met Your Father. You're like, what's that show called? And like, we've never seen How I Met Your Mother, so that makes it funny.
Yeah.
So I forgot where I was. See, you fucked me up again. Job. Okay. Job is not even in the Pentateuch or immediately following or even like 3 books after. He's way later if you're like reading the book in the order as you're given it, right?
Right.
And so I had no fucking idea. Oh, guess what? No. Job actually occurs during fucking Genesis.
Yeah.
Like, that blew my mind when I read this. Job takes place at about, or is supposed to take place at about 2100 BCE. Yeah.
Okay.
He's roughly contemporary with Abraham or maybe slightly later.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like I had no fucking
So
idea.
they're still wrestling with the whole what is God question basically.
Where do we
Like,
live?
what
We're not
even
even
is this shit?
we're not even in Egypt yet.
Right.
He's part of the pre-Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know why that made me so fucking mad, but it did.
Well,
Okay.
because we've been reading it in a linear fashion, right? And so to us, Job came much later than the Pentateuch. You know? So like it was just it is what it to us. We're like, oh well, Job's here.
Yeah. Because the books of the Bible are organized by genre and type, not by the chronology of events.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to stop there because we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
I just want to say we're still in Genesis.
Okay.
And when we pick up next week, we'll still be in Genesis.
Okay.
Okay. Because there's a couple of books of pseudepigrapha, and then we'll get into Exodus.
Did you had mentioned there's a timeline for getting into the New Testament? Is there something you can cover quickly or no?
Yeah. So the next episode next week, we'll talk about the two more books of pseudepigrapha that fall during Genesis.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into probably the rest of the Pentateuch, if I can cover that all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might be 2 episodes because there's also another pseudepigrapha at the end of that before we get out of the patriarch period.
Okay.
And the Pentateuch period.
Right.
Okay. And so I don't want to judge how long that'll be.
Sure.
So that'll be 1 or 2 episodes.
Right.
Okay. Then we'll get into what is referred to as conquest and judges.
Sure.
And that shouldn't take too long. That's just going to be Joshua, Judges, Ruth.
Right.
Okay.
Got it.
Those 3 books we'll just summarize real quick because they're all around the same time period.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of say this is what happens.
And this is all us timelining stuff, basically.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. There's other pseudepigrapha and apocrypha that I have not quite put in yet. So this is very tentative.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So that puts us at 3 episodes. 4 episodes after that will be talking about the United Kingdom, not the UK like England and stuff, but like as in the kingdom.
The United Kingdom of Israel, basically.
Yes.
Right.
As still one people, not split.
Sure.
Hence the word united.
Right.
That's when we'll cover 1st and 2nd Samuel, Psalms, some of Chronicles, some of 1st Kings.
Okay.
And it gets a little wiggy because there's pieces of different chapters. Because remember, Chronicles and Kings, they overlap a lot.
Right.
5 episodes, maybe more out from there. Then we get into the divided kingdom. There's an apocrypha called Tobit that we'll talk about. We'll do more of 1st and 2nd Kings and 2nd Chronicles. We'll talk about what prophets fell during that period. After that is another episode where we talk about the fall of Israel and Judah.
Mm-hmm.
More 2nd Kings and 2nd Chronicles and what prophets fell during that time period, which this is going to help me so much because like we read all the different things through 2nd Chronicles. Those were all the histories, right?
Yeah.
And then the prophets are like all out of order. And I'm like, where do they go? So when we talk about putting this all back into order, we're going to talk about the correct prophets in those timelines.
Sure.
And say, this is what happened. These are the books that cover it. And these are the prophets that were there in their books.
Right, right.
Okay. And then we'll talk about, there's just 2 more, I think. The exile that took place in Babylon. And that'll be Ezekiel and Daniel and some apocrypha from there, which is like, we've already read the additions to Daniel, like Bella and the Dragon, Susanna and the 3 boys.
Right.
Like all them.
Yeah.
There's another book of Enoch.
Okay.
And the book of Baruch, which we had referred to but not read.
I am very interested in that book, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
so
that one I am interested in.
We might read that as is. It depends on how long it is.
Yeah.
I think if it's like maybe fewer than 30 chapters, we might just go ahead and just stop in the middle of our outline and just like, let's just read it.
Like we said, there's nothing stopping us from covering some of these things as we go on through the New Testament as special episodes or something like that. Sure. Yeah, this is all real loosey-goosey. You just wanted an outline of what we were doing. Yeah. This is the outline. An approximate timeline if everything works out.
Now we're at 8 episodes. Return from exile. That's where we get Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. Yeah. As well as Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. Okay. So that's like 9 episodes. Okay. Then we've got the Maccabees, which occur between the Old and the New Testament. Okay. So we're looking at least 10 episodes.
So like 3 months.
3 months of just figuring
maybe
out.
More if we stop to do something along the way or whatever.
Yeah.
But not forever.
Not forever. No.
We're trying to keep this light and short between, because, you know, we want to only cover so much, you know?
Yeah, and we want to get to the New Testament. I just want to have a better understanding of the Old Testament and have everything in order before I move in.
No, I just wanted to, I was kind of pressing you to get us a time frame just so that we could tell our listeners, hey, we're going to get back into this in this amount of time.
We are going to read the Bible some more.
We are going to read the Bible some more.
Yeah.
We're trying to re-gear our brains to interpret the information that we just got done reading. Yeah. In some semblance of order that makes sense with regard to timelines.
Yeah, and I'm very because I do have OCD and I do have ADHD and I am autistic, I need to understand what I am reading. Like, I am at a stopping point. I can go no further until I understand what I have just read.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was a large bulk of information. It was 5 years of information. And I'm like, before we move on to the next portion.
Right, we got to do the Cliff Notes version.
I'm like, sure. And I'm just like, as we were reading the last like 5 books of the Bible, I was merely just reading it to you. I had no idea what was happening, when this was, who these people were. Like, I'm just trying to be for real. Like, I don't understand what I'm reading if I don't understand what I'm reading.
Sure.
And I know that what I just said probably sounded stupid, but to me, like, if I can't make things make sense, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, kid just told us a fact today that blew their fucking mind. And it didn't blow my mind, but I understood why they were like, holy shit, that just blew my mind. And here's the factoid that they dropped on us that like made them have existential lay in bed and ponder the universe for a minute.
Sure.
Petrified wood is a thing that exists because fungi were not around yet during like history and stuff to break it down.
Right.
It wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
And that is why we have petrified wood that has basically turned to stone because it did not have fungi to break it down. And yeah, like, I know I didn't say any of that right. Like,
no, it came out of nowhere. Like, and now we're talking about petrified wood.
No, here's the thing that, like, it didn't blow my mind. I understood, though, why they were like, holy shit, this is amazing. They didn't say holy shit because, for whatever reason, our 20-year-old does not enjoy cussing in front of us. Right. Which I just find so odd because I am such a potty mouth. But that's probably why. But they were just like, they were blown away by this factoid. They just thought it was like amazing. And I understand being so impressed with facts. But the Bible, the Old Testament, was too many. And so I need to put it back in order so I can have that holy shit moment. That's where I'm getting at.
Got it.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So sorry to be defensive, but that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Got it. Okay.
The end.
So that, I think, concludes our episode for today.
Yes.
And we will be back next week to cover more Genesis.
More Genesis and moving into the rest of the Pentateuch.
Correct. All right. Thanks, guys. Make sure to join us on Discord, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.